Isn't a whole lot in the patch notes today. It's still something that I wanted to hit up, to say the least. At least, like, you know, you can get an idea, and there's a few other things that I wanted to talk about with these patch notes, or whatever you want to call them, that I do appreciate from Gears, and some things that I wanted to see. It won't be a crazy long video, but either way, some things that are coming up this month. A few things that I'm looking forward to. They're adding in a few new challenges for Horde. Some cool stuff. The whole patch is gonna be showing up on the 6th, 11 new achievements coming in, which I'll go over that. This is gonna be an interesting point, as well as then some of the other weapon balances that they've been doing. I've been paying attention a bit more to Versus, trying to get into more of the esports scene. I'd like to learn more about it and see what more people think about everything. Like, I have ideas, and I've seen things that I don't like, and a lot of times I'm surprisingly agreeing with the community on a lot of the things for competitive, as well as in the core modes, but something I'm very curious about, and new packs and blah 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 blah. Always dig the graphics that they throw out here. So the biggest thing that they changed right off the bat with this month is they are changing the Hammer Burst. The Hammer Burst is a tragic day indeed, very much. What's going on, Biggs? But they changed this up so it's no longer a weapon that you keep on you whenever you're spawning in, but more a weapon that you're picking up. Now, what makes this interesting is this was one of the biggest complaints we had with Gears of War since, well, it was a big issue in Gears of War 2. Gears of War 3, I remember it was a bit of a pain. I don't remember as many people complaining about it. And then Gears 4, it's been like, since... For the last, I would say like the last like 4 or 5 months, I've been hearing a lot of people go, oh man, you're the worst type of person for using a Hammer Burst so much. If you get a whole team of people using Hammer Burst, it's really long range, the burst potential is really heavy on it, hence Hammer Burst. What's interesting is where they're actually going to be putting this. It actually inadvertently nerfs other weapons based off of the rounds. So like, for Avalanche, for example, you've got it replacing the Bolt Hawk on one of the rounds. Blood Drive, same thing. There's some places that I really like it. Clock Tower, great one. That was what it was originally in Gears of War 1. Always thought that was perfectly fine. The only thing that's weird is if that's a weapon that's going to be of contention, it's not really one that provides a whole lot of reward afterwards. I mean, like, you get one person with it, sure, it does some good damage. The sniper rifle that's right next to this on Clock Tower, that definitely has some contention. If the other team picks it up, gets away with it, you've got to worry about your whole team getting sniped. This, not as much, but still, at least I appreciate it over just like, oh god, I'm running from enemies, I need help, I need something to help me out. A smoke grenade, that's it! Like, this at least helps in that regard. The biggest thing that I was concerned about, though, is like, I never thought the Bolt Hawk was that crazy overpowered, at least, when it came to competitive. Now, given I use it like a fiend because I love the Bolt Hawk, it's a little mini sniper for me. I love the range. I'm all good with that. But like, you have to consider what round you're on and how you're going to approach that. So if you're more of a Bolt Hawk guy, not a Hammer Burst guy like myself, you're going to have a round where you're kind of, well, all right, you're going to have to take a different approach to things. It's interesting. It's an inadvertent nerf to that. Shock grenades also in that same boat, where shock grenades are pretty darn powerful for preventing movement, keeping things rolling. And you're getting less of that at the end of the day. It's an interesting change. At the end of the day, though, it's not taking out anything crucial, and this makes me sad because I wish more maps had marks as spawns on them, because I think the weapon has a lot of potential that it never gets used, or at least especially in the casual play that I usually am playing. In pros, I do see it used moderately, decently. It's not evil, but like, you don't see it like crazy. I would like to see the marks are really come up and up it as a good weapon. But either way, 11 new achievements, some good, the rest worthless. Straight up, this one's interesting. Get 5,000 kills as of March, which I get it, it's for legacy purposes, so you get people to keep coming back, hopefully. But if people are already gone, an achievement's not going to bring them back. Just being realistic about that. I'm going to at least be inadvertently grinding towards that, but it's something I'm not really looking at all. Then I'm on fire, earned 5 kills in versus multiplayer with more... Earned 5 kills in versus multiplayer with more kills than deaths. That's basic. Like, some of these I skimmed through earlier, but that's about it, right? Some of them are good, some of them are worthless. Like, honestly, some of these are just like, all right, if people are starting up, this gives some people some easy achievements to go towards. You'll see that a bit more when I go to Horde, where that's my baby. That's where I'll know. In versus, win 25 matches. fine. It'll take a little while to get to that. 50 gamer score is quite a bit for that too. This is the big one that I'm excited about, and I think a lot of us people that are Horde hunters are pretty excited for some validation. In a private Horde, complete 50 consecutive waves of Horde on hardcore or higher without anybody building any fortifications. So like, I'm either going to try this with Grouch, or I'm going to try and set up one in one of our streams, and I do hope we can get some people to join in. We're going back to Gears 2, baby. This is a tactic or a challenge that's always been there from the community. This is a really cool thing, though, that we're seeing a little bit of validation for it. Like, hey, try this out, get this gamer score. It's pretty cool stuff. And then the rest of these, honestly, are just they're your beginning. They're your training wheels. If it gets people to play Horde, so be it. I'm fine with that. But, like, pick up 10,000 power. That will take... Well, depending on if you pick up the initial power, I'm wondering if that's going to count. You're probably looking at maybe like 3-4 waves at your max, and you've got it. Maybe a little bit more if you don't have like deposit bonus, or like if you get it late wave, like you get it after the wave or anything like that. That's about it. Build 10 fortifications. Yeah, like we build 4 or 5 right in the beginning. Boom shields were fortifications in some way, but nowhere near as potent as we have them now. There was no offensive fortifications back in the day. Is heavy, add 50 ammo for launchers, and use a weapons locker. Got it, okay. Headshot 30 silence pouncer, do the same thing. Gotcha. Do what you normally do. Kill 40 enemies from cover. Whoa. Like, I get it, these are starters, but I can't help but laugh, because it's just like, they're so basic. 40 enemies from cover. Damn it, I've been trying to play this game entirely just standing out of cover. I didn't know this was a cover-based game. Oh my god. Just as well as then just complete 25 consecutive waves of Horde, Light, or Frenzy, which means completing one. And then complete it on Insane. Easy. You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm also curious to see if any of these will stack up. So like for veterans, if these are going to be like this from March 2018 onwards, and we have to unlock all of them, or if you have completed like all of these, you'll be a-okay. Don't know what this means. Just the full patch notes released. Okay, I'm kind of curious to see what's coming out there. That's what I really want at the end of the day. And they're going back into more of talking about their competitive and back into versus here. Horde's not getting a whole lot of updates here, so I'm talking more about versus today. And I want to get more into the versus, like increase my understanding of it a bit more. I'll always play it casually. I never think I'll play it at a high level, but something that I just enjoy. I'm fascinated that there's got to be some form of data out there that's saying, yeah, people are not getting a great amount of use out of the ammo pickup or on the drop shot. I don't see it. I always see someone picks up a drop shot, run, or hope that they suck. And that's what you like most times, because this weapon is potent as all get out. It's potent in Horde, it's potent in versus. An extra ammo shot for that is totally interesting. As well, whenever they took out the hammer burst, I think they're trying to encourage more people to use the enforcer and maybe try out some other starts. So they're adding an extra 10 rounds to the magazine and an extra headshot damage. I totally thought this was unnecessary. I think that the enforcer is very strong as it is, as a burst damage weapon. I don't see the means for this, but I am curious to experiment with it a little bit. Mark's a beautiful choice. That is exactly what this needed. This change is not currently reflected in the UI. Oh, rip. But either way, honestly, that is perfect. That's exactly what this needed. That was my biggest problem and I just now read this. I skimmed through this a little bit. I didn't catch that part. That's amazing. Yes. Let's see. And this is the one that I really read and I thought about earlier today, was the overkill. First off, you get more ammo. Fine, whatever. This is what got me. The range increase. Everything else is stronger. Tone Rocks, thank you for the host. Hope you're having a good day. But it is now substantially longer range. I've always thought of it as a short range burst weapon, very similar to the Enforcer. They are bumping up they're bumping up all of the power in this, which is super interesting to me. If it all turns out well, it should be a weapon that's definitely worth reckoning, because nowadays I can go toe-to-toe with someone with an overkill if I know where they're going to be shooting. I can kind of watch myself. Keep your distance. If they go through half of their magazine, go in, because you will be fine. So long as you don't, like, so long as they're not dead on with all their shots, you can usually take an overkill person. So pretty cool to see this, as well as it is a pickup weapon, so it should be pretty darn powerful. I'm interested to see how this plays out in professional settings. It's going to be pretty cool. We got a whole bunch of skins that we already have. Cool stuff. Carmine gear is going to be back. Thank goodness. Could always go for getting more Carmine skins. Shout outs to all the content creators here for all the Easter egg stuff. Super cool stuff. Like, honestly, if you get spare time, check out some of these Easter eggs. If you know the story behind Gears of War, a lot of them are, they're interesting. They're very interesting. There's a lot that more people are discovering as we go in. As well, there's a few extra small things, nothing huge, but like, if you're missing weapon reward skins, contact them before March 4th and you'll get your issues fixed otherwise. So you got like 3 days. If you don't talk to them, then they're gonna go, okay, well, we're cutting you off. You didn't get the skin, good luck. But you know what, hey, at least they're telling you what to do, that's fine. Kill trading and core is being discussed, which I'm really fascinated how this is gonna work. See Dutchy's videos on the netcode issues. That's what's like, okay, that's the biggest reason for kill trading is the netcoding issues. And again, I will link you guys up the video just so you know what I'm talking about. As well, you should go check out Dutchy because he's great. Missing season path, never had an issue with that. Banning hackers, which never seen an issue with that. Continuing with Windows 10 stuff. So, okay, that's about it. But either way, I dig these type of patch notes. I think what I'd like to see a little bit more in these patch notes, at least comparing them to what I've seen from other games like Smite or like League of Legends, a lot of MOBAs coincidentally, is giving us reasons and what you see and your like the developer's perspective on a lot of these things. Like, so for example, if I go back up to like the drop shot, I would like to know why you're making that choice. Like, okay, so we noticed that a lot of people in is this like a competitive change or is this a casual change? Better not be a casual change. This better be competitive because, like, for me, I would do very well with a drop shot. Maybe it's because I use the weapon a lot when we play Horde, but like, I know this weapon. Those 3 shots usually get me 3 kills. So the fact that they're giving me 1 more seems crazy when I'm playing in my normal casual setting. But if it's something where it's really being noticed in pro play or like just in ranked in general, and this is where I've been watching a bit more of the pro scene and the pro leagues matches and everything like that. I'm gonna try and keep watching them just to see how weapons play out. I'm really curious about this. This one interests me as well as in the overkill, seeing how this goes. Love this choice, but I want to see like a lot more of their reasons why. Even though some of them are obvious to me, like this, I knew like, yeah, that magazine's way too short. You miss 1 or 2 shots, you've got to perfect the next 3 shots in order to either get a headshot or get a potential down. So just to see a little bit more transparency behind it. Why are they doing things is really what I want to see. While there's some companies that'll do like patch notes in the form of like a video where they'll be sitting there, check it out. Like, we're going over everything, mono e mono. They don't really have to do that. These are perfectly fine, but just giving us more of those reasons why at the end of the day. But either way, while there isn't a whole lot happening with Gears, it's still nice to see that they keep updating the game, and it gives me something to look forward to whenever we do hit up Gears of War. But yeah, that's all I've got for this. And that's all I got.